Hey guys, welcome to Olympic Coaching Podcast today, and I am talking about an interesting topic about the power of your mind. Not just about like the way you can think or what your brain can do, but also related to our emotions and stuff. Your mind has so much power to control everything you do, from your behaviors to your choices and your decisions. And so it's a fascinating topic because like our mind has the power for us to learn things. We can learn new skills, we can develop new habits, we can store information. We have the power to feel. It's just crazy how like it's all of this intertwined thing, and our mind is always in constant communication with our body and physically getting feedback from our environment and things that we do. And so it's this really reactive organ where we can always be taking things in and be able to react to it in such a way as to protect ourselves, keep ourselves secure, and in homeostasis. And our body loves homeostasis. Is sort of this normal that our body loves to keep. And so sometimes whenever our body creates like a new habit and stuff, or a new skill, like initially you have to focus on it and you have to practice it. You have to put a lot of thought into it and how you're going to do it and do it well. But over time, it becomes such a part of you, you may not even realize you're doing it anymore. And this could go for good skills and bad skills, or good habits and bad habits. And so it's crazy how the power of our mind can be something that really empowers us to be able to do the things that we want to do, to be the person that we want to be, but it also can be something that holds us back. And sometimes the biggest thing that's holding you back is like you're just not aware of what has become a habit. And so, for example, I've had a lot of clients come to me who say like, I eat relatively healthy. I eat pretty healthy already. So but I wanted to come to you to ask for some of your help, for some tips on how I can do better and how I can lose weight. And so, and that in itself is like, oh, that in itself is your mind telling you, yeah, I eat relatively healthy. But if you look at your entire life, if you look at, observe what you're eating and sort of the body that you have, or the life that you have, the way that you feel, is there a disconnect there? Because our mind is this powerful thing, it's able to tell us something that maybe it's a lie. Maybe we don't know it's a lie. We need some outside help to understand it. Or maybe we tell ourselves something that after a while we believe it's truth. So maybe you've been eating relatively healthy, but it's not leading you to the body that you want, or it's not leading you to the lifestyle or just the physical feeling that you want. And so our mind is something that we have to address along the way. And I want to say firsthand that I am not a total expert on the mind. I'm not a doctor in psychology. And so there's lots of people who can definitely talk over me on this and go much more in depth and probably use big words that may not be a part of our normal vocabulary. But I do want to say right now that for you to reach the body you want, to create the habits that you want, to be consistently healthy and all the way into old age, or if you're trying to have a better mindset to be more competitive in whatever recreational sport or professional sport that you're doing, so much of it has to do with the mind. Working on your mindset, working on your way that you deal with stress or challenges or setbacks is going to be a huge way for you to be able to become who you want to be, to actually free yourself, to be able to be aware, to notice and name, to observe what's going on in your life and how it's affecting you, to observe how you react to things, how you emotionally do to things. It's all this interconnected thing. And so it's super important to be able to sometimes be connected to someone who's willing to tell you the truth, the cold hard truth. It's important to have a team of people around you, of personal friends or family, people who support you, that you trust, who will help you along the way. And sometimes you just need a professional to step in and be like, hey, I'm going to help you. This is what I do. I'm an expert in this, and I'm going to help you notice what is going on, name what is some of the difficulties, and let's take some next steps, some action steps to get you past that, to help you create a new you, to help create a new relationship with food, or exercise, or any other health or lifestyle related factor that's holding you back from being who you want to be. And so that's why the mind is like such a powerful thing. And so I want to encourage you today to take a minute to think of your mindset. How are you approaching life right now? Are you approaching it in a reactive way, just kind of reacting and not really noticing your patterns in life that are leading you to where you are now? For example, are you overweight? You're not exactly sure why you're overweight. You keep trying certain things, but you're not really sure if you're hitting at the root of it. Are you reacting to certain things? Are you coping with food? Is that your emotional way to cope, to numb out or to avoid certain things by getting a little bit of a high off of a tasty food that you eat? Are you seizing control of your diet so much that you're counting calories, that you are getting nitpicky about what foods you eat, and so you're just this health freak, and so you have an unhealthy relationship with food because you're super restrictive, and that's causing your body to respond in a certain way that could be positive or negative. Does it make you socially awkward? Is your mind, are you completely unaware of what's brought you to this point now? Are you skinny and you're trying to put on weight and you don't understand why? Is there a mental barrier? Are there habits you're not aware of actually how much do you eat, or are you eating healthy foods that are going to help you put on mass? And so these are all things that, it starts with the mind, it starts with your mindset, it starts with you, and that's why it's really important to deal with the mind. The mind is in your mindset and dealing with the challenges and taking it one step at a time. It's not about this picture of perfection. We all want to be perfect, but ask yourself, what is your definition of perfection? And is that realistic? Or is that sort of a media-generated thing, or something that's not realistic? A lot of the media stuff nowadays is computer-generated. It's not even realistic for the most genetically gifted person. Even their bodies are computer modified to make them look better on camera. And so, is your picture of perfection, is it reachable? Is it attainable for you? What's something that could help you get 1% better today? And what are some little things that you can do to get the social support you need, to deal with your past, or deal with your emotions, or deal with those patterns, those connections that you've created in your mind and your routine? How can you get out of your routine on purpose, just a little bit at a time, to be able to help yourself become more aware, and so that you can notice, you can observe, you can name things that are holding you back, or name things that are great that you want to keep doing, and so you can keep building on that in the future to help remake yourself. And so this is a little taste on the power of the mind, and that a changed mindset, a changed psychology deals with dealing with your emotions, dealing with getting a little bit of wins at a time, and getting empowering your mind with confidence to be able to take one step at a time, get 1% better each day. So enjoy talking about the mind and the power of the mind today, and we'll definitely dive deeper into this and more specific topics in the future on the LinFit Coaching Podcast. But thanks for tuning in today. We'll catch you on the next one.